Welcome to the Listening Skills Assessment. Today, you will hear an extract on success and failure. You are required to answer the questions based on the listening input. Before you begin to listen, read and get familiar to the questions provided to you in the test paper. The recording will be played twice. Now, listen to the passage and complete the test simultaneously. Have you ever failed at something so miserably that the thought of attempting to do it again was the last thing you wanted to do? If your answer is yes, then you are not a robo. Unlike robots, we human beings have feelings, emotions, and dreams. We are all meant to grow and stretch despite our circumstances and our limitations. Flourishing and trying to make our dreams come true is great when the life is going our way. But what happens when it does not? What happens when you fail despite all of your hard work? Do you stay down and accept the defeat, or do you get up again and again until you are satisfied? If you have a tendency to persevere and keep going, then you have what experts call grit. Falling down or failing is one of the most agonizing, embarrassing, and scariest human experiences. But it is also one of the most educational, empowering, and essential parts of living a successful and fulfilling life. Did you know that grit is one of the seven qualities that have been described as the key to personal success and betterment in society? The other six are curiosity, gratitude, optimism, self control, social intelligence, and zest. Thomas Edison is the model for grit for trying 1,000 plus times to invent the light bulb. If you are reading this with the lights on in your room, you know well that he succeeded. When asked why he kept going despite his hundreds of failures, he merely stated that what he had been were not failures. They were hundreds of ways not to create a light bulb. This statement not only revealed his grit, but also his optimism for looking at the bright side. Grit can be learned to help you become more successful. One of the techniques that helps is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice that helps the individual stay in the moment by bringing awareness of his or her experience without judgment. This practice has been used to quiet the noise of their fears and doubts. Through this simple practice of mindfulness, individuals have the ability to stop the self sabotaging downward spiral of hopelessness, despair, and frustration. What did you do to overcome the negative and self sabotaging feelings of failure? Reflect on what you did and try to use those same powerful resources to help you today. The journey looks difficult and lonesome, the goal very far away. What do we do? Anything and everything may look difficult at times, but you should never lose confidence in yourself and feel that you have no motivation and drive. As long as you're confident of your own abilities to achieve what you wish in life, I don't think that you will ever feel lonely. We are constantly under the sway of our mind, performing and desiring according to our likes and dislikes. But we should realize that our likes and dislikes are not the final destination. Sometimes we may have to go against our likes and dislikes as a part of viveka, the ability to discriminate between what is just, proper, and correct and what is wrong. With viveka and confidence, that tiny spark will eventually become a torch. There is a song. When the day is dark and dreary, and the way is hard to find. Don't let your heart be weary. Just keep this thought in mind. It is better to light one little candle than to stumble in the dark. It is better to light one little candle till all you need is a tiny spark. When we are confronted by darkness, we get nervous and tense, not realizing that the spark can be produced by many methods. We can use a lighter, match, flint, wood, anything, because everything which surrounds us in this universe has the power to assist us in our evolution. Every circumstance, even if difficult, helps you grow. Have confidence. Can yoga change our destiny? Yes, it can. First, know what our destiny is and what we mean by destiny. If we know ourselves, our mind, personality, behavior, actions, and reactions, if we direct our actions and transform our negative tendencies into positive ones with a clear mind, inner tranquility, and inner vitality, if we go beyond the normal frame of mind, emotions, and behavior and develop a better perspective, then we can definitely direct our own lives and thus change our destiny. There are two paths. One is the path of ignorance, the other is of knowledge. Usually, human beings live in the area of ignorance, a lack of total knowledge. We may be sharp intellectually, we may be brilliant in our career, but we do not know our mind, our personality. We do not really know anything about ourselves. One can be a scientist, a great mathematician, or philosopher, but when it comes to the human personality, there is a lack of understanding. We do not know what we think, we believe, what we experience, or how to understand those experiences. And we do not know what to rationalize and what not to rationalize. There are so many things which we can and cannot understand. When we walk on the path of knowledge, our awareness and consciousness bloom. We see everything clearly with a new perspective. It is like sitting in a room in total darkness and looking around, and then sitting in a room filled with bright light and looking around. There are two viewpoints here. When we are in the bright room, we can see every detail. When we are in a dark room, we cannot see much. Through the growth of awareness, development of consciousness, and awakening of our inner faculties, we can reconstruct our life and personality.